Doomscrolling has become our modern world's digital pacifier. Anytime we feel bored, uncomfortable, anxious, or even a little bit restless, we reach for this device and we scroll aimlessly. Think about yourself at midnight scrolling through nothing, not even really enjoying it, just unable to stop, just like a baby who can't sit with discomfort for even a minute without needing to be soothed. That's us, except we're adults. What this is doing to us goes so much deeper than just wasting time. Doomscrolling is not just a bad habit. It is quietly turning us all into losers. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly what doomscrolling is taking from you, why it's happening, why it's partially not your fault, and exactly how it's turning us all into lesser versions of ourselves. Hey friend, welcome back. If you're new here, my name's Jill, and I help women step into their power, tap into their feminine energy, and become their best self, live their dream life. So, if that's something you want to do, you should subscribe and stick around. And if you want to sign up for my free weekly newsletter, the Dream Life Digest, that is linked down below. Chapter 2. What is doomscrolling? Doomscrolling, in case you're unfamiliar with the term, is basically what happens when you pick up your phone to check one thing, and 45 minutes later you're watching a video of someone you've never met redecorate their living room, and you have no idea how you even got there. It's a rabbit hole of endless content that often you didn't choose, don't care about, and yet somehow cannot stop consuming. Doomscrolling wasn't a thing not too long ago, and it's not that 10 or 20 years ago we all had more discipline or better habits. It's simply because the technology for this didn't really exist yet. In the early days of Instagram, you could open the app, scroll through your feed, look at some of your friends' photos, and within about 10 minutes, you'd hit the end. There was a natural stopping point, so you'd close the app and go do something else. But then that end point was removed on purpose. Developers realized that the moment you hit the end point, you leave. And the longer they could keep you on the app, the more money they made from advertising. So they built Infinite Scroll, a never-ending stream of content, algorithmically designed to keep serving you exactly what keeps you watching. The app will never run out, and it will keep going as long as you let it. Our brains are wired to seek closure, to finish things. When you complete something, a workout, a chapter in a book, or even a conversation, a loop closes in your brain and you feel satisfaction. But Infinite Scroll never lets that happen. There is no finish line, no completion, no satisfaction. So you keep going chasing closure that never comes. Then they layered on dopamine hits, comments, likes, notifications, a little rush of something new every few seconds. What they essentially built was a slot machine that lives in your pocket. You keep pulling the lever not because it's fun, but because you can't stop. It was intentionally engineered. Chapter 3. What is doomscrolling doing to us? Dopamine is not just a pleasure chemical. It is also a motivation chemical. Historically, you had to earn dopamine through effort. Hunting, building, solving problems, working. Effort came first, reward came second. Now apps give dopamine without effort. You scroll and get stimulation instantly. Your brain doesn't distinguish between earned and unearned dopamine. It only knows it's getting rewarded, so it stops pushing you to work for it. Over time, real-life rewards, finishing a project, walking outside, meaningful conversations, don't feel as satisfying anymore. Your brain asks, why work when reward is instant? A brain that no longer connects effort with reward stops doing hard things. When people stop doing hard things, they stop growing, learning, and evolving. Chapter 4. The Scrolling to Loser Pipeline. There are 3 big reasons doomscrolling turns us into lesser versions of ourselves. 1. It makes us friction intolerant. Friction is the normal discomfort that comes before anything meaningful. Workouts, relationships, careers, confidence. Doomscrolling trains us to escape discomfort instantly. Every time you feel bored or uneasy and grab your phone, you teach your brain that discomfort should be avoided. Over time, workouts feel too hard, projects too boring, Conversations too uncomfortable. 2. You lose the ability to delay gratification. The famous Stanford marshmallow test showed that children who could delay reward later had better life outcomes. Life rewards patience. Fitness, business, savings, relationships all require delayed payoff. Doomscrolling trains your brain to expect immediate reward, weakening your patience muscle. You quit not because things aren't working, but because results aren't instant. 3. You stop generating your own thoughts and desires. Constantly consuming other people's lives and opinions makes you lose your own preferences and direction. You become shaped by the algorithm instead of your own choices. You stop knowing what you actually want. Boredom is important because it pushes you toward real actions: calling a friend, going outside, working, resting, creating. When you immediately scroll, you never hear what your mind actually wants. The algorithm slowly becomes the author of your life. Friction intolerance keeps you from starting. Loss of delayed gratification keeps you from finishing. Loss of self keeps you from knowing where to go. Chapter 8. What do you do about this? Let yourself be bored. Sit with the urge instead of escaping it. Stop running from friction. Discomfort is part of every meaningful process. Be intentional about what you consume. There's a difference between intentional learning and mindless scrolling. You don't need to throw your phone away. You just need to get comfortable being a little uncomfortable, because the good life exists on the other side of that discomfort.